The first topic for this video is from the concierge of crime. So he said that so I see tweet last night that this is Kepa's last chance and he has 9 games to save his career. I'm not gonna repeat the F word here because YouTube could block my videos, but you can read exactly what he said. And he called people clowns, and he said that the agenda stops now, because you can't blame Kepa for what happened yesterday, and he's not to blame for the goal. And he has a case here, okay? If you look at this picture here, okay, let's zoom it. You can tell, where are our defenders? Where is Rudiger? Where is Christensen? Where is Aspilicueta? You know what I mean? Where is Marcos Alonso to help Kepa Arrizabalaga in this case? Kepa had no other choice. He had only few seconds to react and to defend himself against 4 players from Aston Villa. You can tell clearly in this picture here. Yeah, you could argue that if he was taller, he could have maybe just get the ball instead of powering the ball to the Aston Villa's player. But he's not tall enough. That is natural. Yes, I know that in the past, Kepa Arrizabalaga had some spaghetti wrists. The hands were very weak. We know all that. But in this case in particular, I don't see how you can blame Kepa Arrizabalaga. This is a Chelsea thing. It's been happening over and over during this season. Our defenders are not helping, but it doesn't excuse Kepa from everything. You know what I mean? In this case, 100% I agree with the guy here that Kepa is not to blame for this goal, but don't just defend Kepa 100% for anything that happened in the past and start calling people names just because of one action. So let's see the reaction here. This guy here, what is his name? Judith. Let's zoom and see what he said. He said, I'm actually fed up with the clowns who try to find an excuse to drag Kepa unnecessarily under the barrel. Yes, he hasn't been perfect this season, but our defense has been worse. Doesn't make Kepa Arrizabalaga a bad player. They just want to find a new regular scapegoat since Williams is leaving. Well, that is your opinion. A regular scapegoat. I don't know what makes you say that. William, a scapegoat. I don't know. Nowadays, you can't tell the truth anymore. You can't criticize anybody anymore without people calling you names, calling you clowns, or calling you that you have agendas. In some cases, yes. But if a player needs to be criticized, hey, we pay our money to see those players perform, and we have also the right to say what we think, as long as we don't go over and start just expressing our agendas and our personal hate to the player. It's all fine for me. So calling people clown just because they criticized Kepa Arrizabalaga in the past, that is just not true, because in the past everybody knows that there were so many games that Kepa could have done better, but he didn't. So let's not just give Kepa a free pass just because of one action. But I understand what he's trying to say here. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so the same concierge of crime responded to the guy and say, the typical Kepa haters have been quiet this morning, probably afraid to get marked off for being a clown. Yeah, like I said, everybody that don't agree with certain people are called names. Okay? But hey, keep in mind we all have opinions and we need to be respected. As long as you keep it respectful and not just hate somebody for no reason. You know what I'm trying to say? But it doesn't excuse anything that happened in the past about Kepa Arrizabalaga, because we have to really be honest with ourselves and say Kepa being very poor at time. Let's read this guy here. Queen, he said the people who blame Kepa for this are clearly haters at this point. When are we go start calling out on BS defenders for their mistakes? Well, we do it every single day. It's not only about Kepa. Many people are calling out on Rudiger. Christensen has those moments. Everybody knows about it. Aspilicueta is slowing down, but he was the best out of the bunch. You know what I mean? And Marcos Alonso, we know that he doesn't have the pace to get there on time and save Kepa. So we've been calling pretty much everybody. So just don't exaggerate because you want to defend Kepa Arrizabalaga. Yeah, and the same guy here continues. He said, why call out Agent Rudy? He brought us Werner and, Harvard. All is forgiven. my man. All right, yeah, so this is him being sarcastic here and say Rudiger is the worst defender, but we don't call on him because he apparently brought Timo Werner to Chelsea, so it's all cleared. He can't do any wrong at the moment. We need to defend Agent Rudiger. I understand the conspiracy behind that, but Peter Cech and Frank Lampard apparently flew to Germany to meet Timo Werner, and I don't think Rudiger did anything special besides maybe call the guy and say, hey, can you join me here? It's just like Mkhitaryan, right? He made a video and say, yo, Pierre, can you come over here at Arsenal? And Pierre came to Arsenal, and after 6 months, Mkhitaryan was out of the team, right? So you see what I'm trying to say here? It doesn't have any impact in the decision that Frank Lampard or anybody is going to make at the club, because at the end of the day, we need to defend, we need to win games. And if we have a better player, I don't think Frank Lampard is going to hesitate and not take Rudiger out because of his involvement, if I can say that. Yeah. And this guy here, Blue Champ, said, like, I hope this is just one side of story. Yeah, I agree. One side of story, because we all have agendas and we all are biased when we want to defend our idols or we want to destroy somebody that we don't like. So we're going to always find a red flag or something that can allow us to get on that guy. And we are losing our identities as fans at the moment, because we don't defend the club anymore. We defend more individuals. The fan boys culture is taking over football, and that is sad. There is no true love for the club anymore, because a true fan is somebody who is going to defend the club at any cost, and even if that means his idol need to leave the club in order to help the team, he's going to accept it. But now anything sorry is about sorry boys, Frank Lampard's boys, Rudiger's boys, Williams boys, Hazard boys. That's why people keep on jumping from one club to another when their idols leave the club. So it's very sad, man. Back in the day, we used to support the team and not individuals. Yeah, so I mean, in this topic, really, I agree with the guy for, for what he said about Kepa not being helped, but it's just one action. And we can't take this as, as the gospel, as, oh, Kepa always does this and he's not helped. No, many times he's been helped, but also he's been making his own mistakes that have nothing to do with the defenders. So yeah, man, what else can we say? Let's read maybe the last one and jump to another topic. This guy say his name tells you exactly what to expect in the street. His name is Kepa. Wow. What a name. So he said Christensen's has those moments where his concentration lapses, but other than that, he was solid. Kepa was faultless yesterday, but main concern is Rudiger, worst defender we have seen in the last 5 years. Well, that is your opinion, brother. Certain people, like I said, will say Rudiger is the best defender that we have in the team because he's kind of no-nonsense defender and he brings some kind of physicality. He can shout to people because nobody talks really in that defense. Nobody tells nobody where to be and what to do. Aspilicueta is not like a vocal leader. You know what I mean? So we need somebody like Rudiger. And there are people who will tell you Rudiger need to go. And you're going to find the Zuma fanboys who will just criticize everybody, who will criticize Christensen, who will criticize Tomori and everybody else just because they want to see Zuma play. So like I said, it's now about fanboys. It has nothing to do with the team anymore. We have just to recognize that we need a strong, commanding defender to put everybody together. Look what happened when Van Dijk came to Liverpool. Okay? Matip became one of the best. Everybody in that defense start performing because you have a leader who can command and tell people where to go and what to do. So that is missing. So I don't think Rudiger is that bad, or Christensen or Zuma, but they are just good defenders. We need an elite defender. We need a very good defender. We don't need a good one because we have many of them. Okay? You will be surprised if we have somebody like Koulibaly in that defense. You will see a difference. Everybody is going to get better because of that one element that's missing in that defense. So I think Frank Lampard knows exactly what's going on, and I'm not going to be surprised if we get Gabriel or Koulibaly or somebody else maybe that we don't pay too much attention, but that person is going to come there and complete the puzzle. And I promise you, next season we are not going to be conceding those stupid stupid goals as we've been doing this season. Keep faith and trust the process and see what's gonna happen. God bless you. think outside the box, support the team, and see you in the next one.